Okay, this is video number 2, and I think the timing here is pretty good. I would like to see you moving a little bit more. You're still driving a little bit this way, and given that your dog immediately went for the off course, this turn is going to be a little bit wide. When we look at front crosses like this, 2, 3, 4, the footwork is good. I think there are a couple things that were really in your favor. One, the position is very good. You are closer to this jump than this jump when you do your front cross. Your footwork is good. The timing is good. So I think you're able to bring the dog in nicely. The dog having gone wide the jump before also helps. This one's starting off a little bit late, but again, the footwork is really good. Dog gives great effort to come in here. I do like slowing down here. And when you slow down, it makes me think that a turn might be coming. But yes, exactly. All right, so I suspected that your dog might do this. When you decel and you twist your body at the same time, the dogs are often going to flick away from you, right? They're reading this as the old pull and flick rear cross maneuver. Basically, there have been times where you wanted to rear cross your dog, but your dog was not on a line to take the jump correctly. So you over-rotated to bring the dog in, and then you cross the dog. So it's almost like a fake rear cross, right? And so the problem with a fake rear cross is when we do our regular turns, it looks like a rear cross, right? A rear cross where the handler is not driving the line behind. And so if there is an off course over here, and usually judges do it with a tunnel, the dog is going to go for it, and so that's what happens here. All right, so this is 100% handler error, not dog error. This needs to be a stop rather than a slowdown. This is a sharp enough turn that I would use a formal decel, and I would stay facing this way. You cannot rotate. Okay, now if you never did those kinds of rear crosses, you can get away with rotating. If you did it this way for 3 years where you're very clean with your cues, you could also rotate through. But for you, given the history with the dog, you cannot turn early. You must wait for the dog. All right, great decel. Here's an example. So when I see this, I expect that you don't want the dog to take this. You're stopped here, and so you're going to stay facing in this direction. If the dog takes off and you start rotating this way with just your upper body, but you keep your feet facing that way, the dog's going to be more likely to turn away from you, right? But because you didn't, you stayed facing forward, the dog makes the turn, doesn't take the jump, and now you can get them into the weaves. So this is how you needed to handle the other one. So do you see the difference? It's important that you see the difference. If you don't, go back and watch that other part again. It's that jerking, twisting of the upper body that frequently creates the turn away. All right. Now, as far as the bar, I just don't think that the dog is going to get here on a turn with 2 hits. So if we look at the spacing here, we go once, twice, and then the dog has to jump up. In order to get the beautiful turn, the dog would have to fit in a 3rd hit, and I just don't know that that's going to happen. So I don't think that there's too much you can do here. I would like to see a little more space between those 2 jumps. How would we help our dog get through that? I think, as you said, maybe you can use an earlier decel. I don't feel like this decel was too late. You can see that the dog does, in fact, go a little bit wide. So 2 options. One is a reverse spin. Come in there, and even from where you are, you can do your reverse spin. So if that gets the dog a more slicey approach, then maybe the dog is able to get in without dropping the bar. So I like reverse spin, and I like an earlier decel. Sure, you can experiment with that. It's a beautiful move there. Rear's really good. This turn is good. So why doesn't your dog turn the wrong way here? Because you stay facing this way. You didn't jerk your upper body to the left. Right? And then once the dog turns, then you moved on. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if it does not.